Namaste, SoulFelt family. It's Michelle Skaletski-Boyd, intuitive medium and best-selling author. Many of you have been following my last couple of videos where I took you through guided meditations, talked about your shadow self, what to do about that, and also talked about how to connect with your light side through a walking meditation. How do you know the difference between your shadow and your light side when something is hidden in the subconscious? According to Carl Jung, we all have shadow sides, but the evil, dark side of us is only comprised of about 10 to 20%, which means that we have a good 80 to 90% in us that oftentimes gets overlooked. Where most people misinterpret the shadow is they think that the shadow is negative, that it's quote unquote so dark that it's evil. Actually, most of our shadow selves are pretty kind and contain pretty remarkable gifts. Today, I want to do another kind of meditation which was inspired by the work of Debbie Ford. It's where we actually notice where within ourselves we have been resisting. So oftentimes we might have a judgment. For example, there was a while ago, I had a very strong judgment when anybody would overdrink. I would watch them, they would become very strong with their alcohol choices, and I was noticing that I was judging. And when that occurs, I stop and I say, oh, there's healing work to be done, because now there's something inside of me that's wanting me to pay attention. If you're noticing that you're in a place of judgment and you just can't get past it, it's a big trigger for you. In my case, there was a lot of alcohol and a lot of upset that caused dysfunction and chaos as a kiddo. So obviously I take this trigger with me in as an adult. But then I start to notice that even after I make peace with it, resolve my inner child stuff, there's still stuff going on. Why is that? Well, because I haven't dealt with my own alcoholic inside. So how do you do this? You actually set up a meeting with this shadow aspect of yourself. So in other words, in my case, I'm judging alcoholics. I'm going to set up a meeting with my own inner alcoholic. So notice what it is you've been judging. If you've been judging someone for lying, then I want you to actually set an intention that you're going to actually meet with your liar. Okay? Whatever is bothering you. I've given you 2 examples, so come up with your own. So make sure that you're not doing this as you're driving or operating any heavy equipment. Now, I want you to close your eyes. Again, only do this if you're in a safe space. Set your intention. And really remain open-minded. Now, I want you to imagine that you're on an escalator, and this escalator is going to move you either up or down, use your intuition, to the appropriate space of where you're going to meet this shadow aspect of yourself that you have judged. And as you move into this space, I'd like for you to move in with an open mind, because this shadow aspect part of you needs you just as much. So I'm going to begin to count backwards. As I do, as soon as you hear me say the number 1, I want you to know that after that is the number 0. And when you hear that, feel that, sense that you are in that sacred space with the shadow aspect of yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all is safe and all is well. 4, 3, holding your intentions. 2, 1, 0. Just noticing if you can get a sense at all of the personality, if there's a gender. And noticing why it's important that you meet with this shadow aspect of yourself. What is the message here? Notice if there's anything that pertains to life lessons, particular wisdom that will be important for you to receive at this time. And notice, what is it that the shadow aspect needs from you in order to return to wholeness, in order to harmonize and rebalance, to embody and integrate once again. Now, taking as long as you need to continue to have insights back and forth between you and the shadow aspect until you can, at the very least, loosen your judgment, widen your perception. And then when it feels good, taking a moment and sending thanks. And if it feels good, inviting the shadow aspect to come along with you. Giving yourself in all ways the freedom that you deserve. So in most cases, many of you can do this on your own. For some of you, you need some practice going within, and others of you, the topic, the subject might be so triggering that you might need the help of someone like a hypnotherapist, a spiritual teacher, a counselor, etc. So follow your truth. As always, enjoy the experience and have a beautiful day.